Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review in Summoners War. Today we are on an Europe server account and it is Irish's account. For people that have seen my past rush video, you guys should already know that I have rushed specifically on this account and we got G1 for him. It was an improvement from a C2 record to a G1 record, for it was a pretty big improvement. Let's see if we could talk about how he can improve in Arena, and also maybe give him some recommendations for his RTA team. He is in a G1 guild, Prime, and I believe this guild is ran by Genesis Prime, a pretty famous YouTuber with his awesome videos. So we could actually see that Genesis Prime is the guild leader. It looks like he has moved fairly recently, seeing his record showing that he has been in this guild for less than a week. Today is the 26th. But anyways, let's go into his monster box, let's see his runes, and let's look at his arena defense and offense. I know I created some for him, but let's see what he could do for defense. Most specifically, because this is Europe server, I don't think the casual defense that I recommend for other people, the tanky defense, is going to really work. I think he should actually utilize his LD Nat 5. Yes, I did make him up LD defense last time, but I don't think that is the right way to go. For him to improve, I think he should have a speed lead plus a tail lane. But I will go into specifics when we talk about Arena. Without further ado, let's get right in. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. So we don't really have to look at his record and stuff. We know he's a G1 account now, but he wants to improve more, and we'll talk about RTA after Arena. But looking at his box, which should be around here somewhere, here are some Nat 5s out here. You can see he has the Artemel, he has the Kinky, he has the Leo, he has the Changpong. I believe he didn't have the Tiana, if I remember correctly, or does he? Oh, he does have the Tiana, okay. He has all the good units for Arena offense. He also has the Leah, and I believe I did create a Leah team for him, which works pretty well. I think that's all we have to see for now. Let's go right into his runes and look at Swift. From this, we're going to determine if he could run a Swift defense. So 26 on slot 1, another 26. Are these all max? No, this could be 27 and this could be 27 as well. So 2 runes that could be 1 speed faster technically. 24 on slot 3, which could be 26 as well. This could be 25. Here is another 25. It looks like he should be working with grinds. I think the biggest factor that could currently improve his account is probably better grinds and grinding some of these runes that could get 1 to 2 more speed depending on the grind level. Slot 5, 22, again a +3, it could be 24 if it's with a legend, but I wouldn't give a legend on that rune since 19 is kind of inefficient. The last slot 6 is 20, so his Swift runes overall is pretty lacking, right? This is a property we're looking at speed. This is a +3 again. It could be 22 if you give it a legend, but technically nobody will give a legend grind to this rune. I have to say Swift runes are kind of lackluster, which is fine. You just really need 1 fast rune set for your team. Let's go look at your violent runes. So 24 on slot 1. This you did give a +5. Okay, it is a legend rune, but overall extremely inefficient. No, there's 3 rolls here. Yeah, there's 3. It could have been 24, but it's a 19, and this is 1 roll here. I think it's a very inefficient rune. Then the 22 here. So violent slot, well, okay, this one is the best rune that you have. Also, seeing runes like this tells me that you should grind, do more BGR5. Let's look at this, 28, that's a good rune, and you did give it a 5 there, so that's good for you. Another 28, wow, okay, that's great. I would definitely give one of these a legend gem. And then a 23, so there's, oh, that could be a 25. Slot 3 looks a lot stronger than your slot 1, 24 on slot 3, sorry, slot 4. +3s on both of these, so there is room for improvement. Wow, you gave this a legend grind. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. Slot 5, another a 25, that's good. cool. You give that a legend grind, that's fine, I think. This could be a 26. And this could be a 26. Okay, I think some of these runes, you're kind of quick on giving them the grind. I would have thought about it a little bit more. Maybe it was some of your early runes, and it was just the best rune then. But legend grinds are pretty damn hard to come by, unless you're a big spender. Focus more on raid. That's a fun part. When you have the rune that just needs the grinds, it's the fun part. It's actually the hardest part is to get the rune. To get a rune that's actually grindable and usable. Slot 6, 26, which could... Okay, that's good. And then a 22. Seeing your violent sets, you could get one fast violent sets that I might put on the Tian Lane. And I think seeing that you had a Vanessa, go with Vanessa, Tian Lane, and 2 other units. We'll determine that when we talk about the defense. Let's look at Will. 20 on slot 1. Extremely lacking slot 1s for pretty much all the sets, I believe. 27, slot 3s were all really strong. This is a very strong rune right here that the Leah had. I don't remember if I had this rune on Leah, but it could be a 28, okay. And then a 20, 22, then a pretty efficient rune right there, and then a 21. Okay, overall, just not that crazy. I think the G1 record is pretty straightforward. It will be pretty difficult for him to get a better rank than G1 currently. Knowing the rune quality, let's look at his defense. Defense rate during his rush was pretty damn low as well. And I believe this score is the rush I did. If I had to do anything now, I think Tian Lane is a no-brainer. I think I would always use the Tian Lane if I had a Tian Lane. Some people might think he's not meta anymore, he's not good in defense anymore, but I think that's totally untrue. The fact that you have a Tian Lane constrains the offense to a much smaller pool because there are just so many Tiana offenses. I know there are offenses that could deal with these type of defenses, but just by the fact that you have a defense that constrains all the Tiana offenses is pretty big. Vanessa, I think Vanessa got much stronger with her passive buff. Oh, this is not skilled up though. If you want to use Vanessa, I think I will skill her up, but I'll go something like this. So even with the lackluster Violent or Despair set, I do think this is way too slow. I think it needs to be like 20 speed faster. So if you have a faster Despair set, or you'll have to commit in giving your Tian Lane the fastest Violent set. Because I believe this is not the fastest Violent set if I have seen his rune quality correctly. Also, there are some runes that's not grinded. I'll do something like that. And then here is the hard part. You could put the Kinky, but I think putting it in another fast unit is really good since your Tian Lane is so slow. Maybe another unit that could disrupt attack bar or like strip stun. So Clara is a good option. So that means you're running 2 strippers. Or you could even go with a Triton here because I believe you did have the Triton, yeah. So now this is even like the speed threat is even higher with the Triton being there. So they can't just come in with like a Gemini cleave, right? Because Vanessa Triton, it's gonna be hard for a Gemini to outspeed. And then +1 here, something like that. Or even Ritesh. I do like Ritesh in defense if it's runed really well, since that defense buff is really strong against second turn teams as well. Oh, you don't have a Ritesh. Interesting. It's my first, I think, account that I didn't see a Ritesh when they had so many Nat 5s. I guess Savannah is good too. 2 strippers, some damage. I would actually go with damage build on Vanessa as well. It will be extremely hard for somebody to come in with a speed defense and try to outspeed this without a booster. They'll have to be on really high rune quality to cleave this with a Gemini, because that's essentially the only thing that could really cleave this. Other than that, if they bring in a booster, there's a threat where they're not going to move due to Tian Lane's passive. But some people also rune their offenses really well, where they are able to still take turns with the nerf to boost. I'm not gonna say it blocks everything, but I do think it will be a good defense like this to constrain so many offenses and to force people to bring in their fastest, best runed, best tuned offense into this team. This last spot could always be changed to something better. I think Kinky will work pretty well as well. Maybe even the Artemel. I do want a damage dealer on this last spot. I don't know, the defense break pushback that comes in from the Savannah seems pretty good to me. Now, if you look at the offense, I already know that he got rid of one of them, which is probably, yeah, the fast offense with the Trinity. That was by far the weakest one, so I understand. This is the slow one with the Bale. Looks pretty good to me. It looks like he scaled everything up. I believe it wasn't fully scaled up when I worked on it. But overall, really good offense. It should be working pretty well. But in Europe, I have to say there are definitely a lot less defenses you could hit with this. It's just not as simple as Smath Clara or Smath Triton or Vanessa Clara, Vanessa Triton. There are a lot more things, a lot more variations, which kind of makes it hard for you to second turn cleave it. The other one is definitely the Leah team, which I think is ruined pretty damn well. Nothing much to say about this. I think he killed the speed on this team. The thing is, you want to use this team in a lot of Clara defenses as well. Since you know Clara does not have a great base speed compared to the Escher, there's still a very good chance you could outspeed 833 lead plus Clara. But seeing how you nerfed his speed, I don't think you could do that anymore. So it looks like you're specifically taking this team only into tanky teams now, which is fine. Some of his other offenses look okay. This one will definitely not get as much menu wins since it just doesn't work as well as you think. Well, actually, the pushback into another pushback Chongpeng that resets, it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It could work. And then the other ones are tanky teams, maybe for inter-server stuff. But yeah, I think overall his team is good. His team's good. But there is no longer a extremely fast team that could contest faster teams. Because there will be teams that you can't outspeed with this. So you'll just have to skip them. RTA. So he did show his intention of getting my RTA service. He currently has a 73% win rate. Definitely a win rate where he could climb. Easy C1. I don't think he likes RTA. Probably doesn't enjoy it. But if he does want to continue playing, he should, because he has a very good win rate. He has a small box, which I love to see. I personally think you should run. I think more Chongpeng is pretty strong. You even have the Masha. I believe you had Oliver too. Yeah, so there's no reason for you to not. Okay, there is a reason for you not to use him because he's not scaled up, but you should scale him up. You should also be using the Riley. There's a lot of good units out here that you could still use. And I don't know why you didn't pick them out. Maybe you know your rune efficiency, your rune depth, and you're not picking them out purposely. So I think I'll kind of expand your box a little more like this. You do have 1, 2, 3, 4 AoE strippers, meaning that these strippers will definitely need to be more on the faster side. I do like how you... Whoa, what the heck? No. At the very least, a despair set. At the very least, the despair set. The better set is definitely violent in my opinion. But in RTA, despair is valued a lot since the stun is kind of big. It's actually really big. So I would definitely change that. I don't know. I think going a tanky team is fine. Since you can counter turn cycling with the Tian Lang, you're one of those people that have a straight up counter to those units that gain attack bar. So Tian Lang is a very good unit. You have a Carnal, which could bring in the control. So I will bring in at least like double strippers with Carnal, with the Riley, like the Kinky. Nana's even good. I think Nana is still S tier, like really high tier if you look at the recent tier list. Maybe going like a one shot comp is actually not that bad either. Going with like kind of Masha, Molong, Snipe, and then you have a Nana with you. You start the battle with a stack, and then you gain another stack really quickly. And then you put in like a Riley there for more sustain. I don't know, you have a lot of options, but if anything, if you're going second turn, make sure your strippers are in front of anything that wants to do any debuffs or control. Basic of basics. With your box, you should easily hit C1 and even C2. Let's look at the towers just to be sure. Yeah, definitely. C2 should be easy. That's all I want to say right there. Yeah guys, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If there's anything else that you guys would love to see in Summoners War that I do, please put a comment below, let me know. If there's anything else that you guys would like to say to this account owner, also put it in the comment below because he could read that. And to sum it up, this account just simply needs to do more raid. That overall will probably make his account 10 to 20% better. That's all I have to say, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.